Many of us, warmer weather means more time outside with our four-legged friends. That could mean more opportunities, though, for ticks and other pests to latch on to our pets. WGEM's Claire Edlin joins us in studio now to tell us about what local veterinarians are seeing. Claire?
Yes, Daniel. Dr. Leanne Welch with the Hannibal Veterinary Clinic says tick season has arrived early this year. In the past 2 days, she has seen a major surge, finding ticks in almost all of her patients. The diseases some ticks carry can be fatal if left untreated, compounding the danger. While a dog with fleas might scratch to warn you of infestation, there often are no signs from an animal that has a tick attached.
There's signs that they're, transmitting diseases and your dog is coming down with them, but that takes anywhere between 7 to 21 days to see signs, clinical signs.
Welch recommends preventive care to combat ticks and fleas before it's too late. Options include chewables, topicals, and collars. And Welch says many tick-borne diseases also can be transmitted to humans. That makes proper care important, not just to protect your pets, but your family members as well. Claire Edlin, WGEM News.
Thank you, Claire. And Welch also has some recommendations for how to spot and remove those ticks. She says to inspect your pet's fur, especially behind their ears, armpits, and groin. Give your pets routine baths, especially if they've been out in the woods. Remove ticks with a sterile set of tweezers, pulling the head and not the body. And once removed, clean the area with soap and water or rubbing alcohol, and then put the tick in the alcohol. Place it in a sealed bag, wrap it tightly in tape, or flush it down the toilet.